What in the paranormal was captured in Appalachia?
Dad, look at Carly.
Watch. Who is she with?
Carly?
What is that? Screen capped it and zoomed in.
If you hear this in the Appalachian Mountains, run.
Hi guys, I'm back today with a new video. Yep, you know how to do it. Before I jump into today's video, could you please like, subscribe and comment? Help me boost my YouTube channel and recommend to friends and family and people you think might be interested in this kind of content. Yep, you know. With that being said, let's just dive into today's video. Let's go. Let's go.
While hiking the Appalachian Trail, a woman experienced something genuinely terrifying.
Bigfoot.
As she stood completely still, a deep, unsettling growl echoed through the forest, and she still can't explain what she heard. Even stranger, despite her not moving, the sound of crunching leaves continued around her.
Be careful, girl.
The audio even seems like it might have been added afterward, sparking debate over whether she captured something real or staged the moment for attention. In a national park in Washington, a group of tourists were walking near their cabin at night, unaware they were being watched. In the darkness, two glowing eyes stared at them with an unnerving intensity. Strangely, the eyes didn't resemble those of any typical animal. What do you think it was? Share your thoughts in the comments. In 2018, a video surfaced claiming to capture the elusive Honey Island swamp monster. The footage was reportedly filmed by Harlan Ford, a retired air traffic controller deep within the Louisiana bayou. Locals described the creature as over 7 feet tall, covered in dark gray hair, and giving off a strong, decaying odor. Its tracks are unusual, webbed like an alligator's, yet shaped like a human's before it vanishes into the swamp mist, leaving only fear and speculation behind.
Find the thing. Oh, hell no. I'm scared and I'm watching a clip. Just get out of there, doggo. Run. Oh, what's that there? Deer. See it moving where that log is, look. Is that its owner? I think that's its owner. Got excited then.
You know the rules of the Appalachian Mountains. If you hear your name called, no you didn't. If you hear a whistle, no you didn't. Well, what I'm about to play for you now was captured when we, GTI, Ghost Trip Investigation, visited the Appalachian Mountains to conduct a paranormal investigation.
I don't think I've already told you guys, but all today's clips is about the Appalachian Mountains, the creepy encounters that have happened there. So, yeah, because I'm fascinated by the place, even though I live in the UK. Right, moving on.
On Halloween night. Before undertaking this investigation, we'd received a lot of messages from people who'd lived out that way, advising us to stay clear and not to do it. It was very dangerous. Every year, people are reported missing and are never found. Now, one of the most common stories told about the Appalachian Mountains are that of mimics, or hearing your name called, or somebody in distress calling out for help. Now, during our investigation in a remote cabin, whilst we were live, I opened the door and something from the tree line shouted a single word, and it wasn't any of us, as you'll clearly see. Now, when you watch this clip, I want you to listen to the very last 2 words that come out of the spirit box. Is that a warning? Is it telling us that something is waiting for us out in the woods? I was told that in Appalachia, curiosity isn't brave, it's dangerous. And we nearly found out the hard way. Now, if you're into everything spooky, creepy and paranormal, we, Ghost Trip Investigation, travel all over the world to bring you the best locations, either on a live stream or like this, some of the evidence that we find whilst we're investigating. If that interests you and you want us to pop up again, or even watch one of our live streams, make sure you're following this page.
I should go to haunted places because I ain't scared. You can hold me to that as well.
So, as you heard there, a clear voice shouts what we believe is Daddy. And it does sound like it's mimicking a small child. And just at that moment, as we close the door, the spirit box that we're using says, not outside. Is that a warning? Is something waiting for us out there?
A family was enjoying a day by the river west of Calgary, Alberta, when one of the kids spotted something unusual that was neither human nor wildlife.
Family sees a Bigfoot. Is this Canada? Did he say Canada? Alberta? I think he did. Oh, I see it. Looks good. Good footage.
Initially, the creature looked like a reddish-brown mass on the ground, but as it slowly rose, it revealed itself as something unusual, with a broad back, wide shoulders, and long, naturally swaying arms. What was particularly disturbing about this encounter was that the creature moved upright, unlike any four-legged animal the family had ever seen. This unusual movement sent panic through their voices during what was supposed to be a simple outing. Moments later, it disappeared, leaving them unharmed but forever changed by the experience. The footage sparked mixed reactions, with some skeptics claiming it was a moose or bear, though neither walks upright like the creature. Others suggested it was staged, but many still believe it was the legendary Bigfoot. What do you think?
It's definitely not a fucking moose, I know that. I don't even live in Canada.
What the absolute fuck is this?
F that ride off. Is it the police? He must.
I'm starting to regret that I stopped at this first time.
I'd get back in your patrol car, mate, and pretend you never heard of it. Just carry on.
And they say Bigfoot isn't real? I don't even want to stick my arm out.
What in the paranormal was captured in Appalachia? A brother and sister were playing on their farm when the brother called out to the father and told him about the sister's friend. When the father looked up, he was completely terrified.
How long it sounds.
As a matter of fact, take a look at this video.
Hey, Dad, look at Carly.
Watch. Who is she with?
Carly?
What is
A
that?
freaky fuckhead. Girl's just fucking playing with you like it's a puppy.
And where did it go? I screen capped it and zoomed in on it as best as I can.
Get that, look how long its limbs are, its arms and things. Legs look normal though. Proportionate to her body, its body shall I say. That looks like Lisa off Resident Evil 1. If you played the game you'll know. That freaky thingy, because it's got right dangly longy arms, look. But either way, that's scary, that's creepy. Whether it's real, I don't know, but it seems it.
What does that look like to you? Here's an even closer look at it. I can't make out what that is. It appears to have legs and very long arms and a very hairy face. Kind of resembling this right here. After seeing this video, if this was my property, I would say it's safe to say it's time to sell and time to move. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as to what you think that is. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
What the fuck? Too scared to open my door. strangest part is that her dogs that bark at pretty much everything were completely silent, standing still, not moving, just staring at the door.
Oh, so the dog sense it.
No growling, only fear. And then a shadow was visible.
See that shadow walk past that?
It didn't look human. It didn't look like an animal. It was something else. A lot of people say it was probably a skinwalker, a creature that copies voices, knocks like a person, and waits for you to open the door. She didn't open it, and her dogs just kept on staring and never barked. So if you hear knocking late at night and your dogs don't react to it, it's a sign that it's something evil, and whatever you do, do not open the door.
Okay, I won't.
Do y'all see anything? Let me know.
No, stop, because I swear, as soon as I stopped recording, I heard something tapping on the window.
Don't do that.
I'm not looking out there.
You're not mental. Even I know that.
I know you'll hear that.
I can hear it knocking.
Okay, and now it came to the back
Crazy.
door.
Crazy woman. Keep that locked.
So much for sleeping tonight, I guess.
I'm surprised nobody come out here.
They say if you heard a whistle, no you didn't, apparently, over there.
What? An Appalachian skinwalker is much different than the Navajo skinwalker.
Oh, okay.
The first difference is that a Navajo skinwalker, right, is conjured up by a medicine man, whereas an Appalachian skinwalker is conjured up by a witch in the Appalachia who uses black magic. The other big difference between the Appalachian skinwalker versus the native skinwalker is that the Appalachian skinwalker tends to take the form of objects, and a lot of time almost just comes as an invisible force that calls out to people or follows them, or for instance, the Bell Witch, right? It wasn't a witch going after that family. It was a skinwalker that was conjured up to harm and, terrify that family. So I got a story for you. This is a true story now, and I'm going to show you a picture as well. So there's a man named Donald. Donald was an avid hunter and trapper. He lived near the North Carolina-Tennessee border up in the Appalachian Mountains. And one day, he's out hunting, and he's in the middle of the woods. And he set up, in this deer stand. And he'd been out there all day, and he's, had been hunting for the whole week, so he was getting tired. He falls asleep and dozes off. Well, when he awakes, it's now nighttime and it's gotten dark. And as he's adjusting some things in his tree stand, all of a sudden, whoosh, he hears this loud thing move over the top of him through the trees, like it's some kind of large bird or something. And he thinks it's odd because, he hasn't seen, birds that big in that area. But then once again, whoosh, right, this big thing just passes over the top of him through the trees, and it's shaking all the branches. And then again, a third time. So, he gets down off the tree stand and is like, okay, it's time to head back to camp. As he starts, walking this trail back to camp, all of a sudden he hears something, say, Donald, Donald, hey, Donald, come play, and this voice just keeps calling to him. And he, it's like freaking out. He's terrified. So he takes off running, and he's running as fast as he can. And all of a sudden, boom, he trips and he rolls. And he realizes he just tripped over this root that is sticking out of the ground. And when he looks up, he notices this big, eerie-looking tree. And, it has no leaves on it, but it has branches that almost look like hands, and it looks like it has a face. And this tree starts staring at him and opens its eyes, and he can see that this tree has taken some kind of physical, like humanly form, and it starts reaching its branches down, and it grabs Donald, and it picks him up, and is shaking him and whipping him with the other branches.
Oh, kinky.
Well, Donald still manages to hold on to his rifle, and he just starts firing at the tree. And he manages to hit one of the branches that was holding his leg, and it basically breaks, and he falls to the ground. So he runs back to his cabin, and he gets inside, and he locks all the doors. And all night long, he can hear the tree lashing at the house, trying to get in. And the next morning, all is calm. But he notices outside, there's the tree. It is moved. It's next to the cabin. And he manages to take some pictures, which actually show the face in the tree. And this is the picture that Donald took.
Oh. Hello. You're a brave bastard, mate. Jesus.
Every hair on his body writhed.
Did it say something then?
Hey, talk about creepy. I was just down at that cell site there checking it out, talking about it, and I heard and saw a hiker coming down the trail. And I thought I'd stay at the campsite and wait for the hiker to pass. And the hiker never passed, and there's nobody here, and it's freaking me out right now. I've got chills up and down my spine. And I saw a person with a pack on, wearing hiking clothes. There's no way they passed me. Yeah,
Well, this is not Bigfoot.
Weird. I'm getting out of this spot. I'm telling you, that's
it shook him up.
Brant had noticed a lone hiker appear on the trail ahead of him, farther up the mountain. But when he reached the spot where the man should have passed by, he realized something unsettling. He had never seen the hiker come down, and knowing this section of the Appalachian Trail like the back of his hand, Brant was certain there were no side paths, no shortcuts, and nowhere else the man could have gone. The realization sent a chill straight through him. Feeling uneasy, Brant decided to leave his chosen campsite for the moment and move on. As Brant continues moving away from the area, he mentions that this actually wasn't the first time he'd seen someone that day.
You know, honestly,
that'll be why he's checking up.
That's happened. And the first time is when I was sawing that log, and I looked over and I was like, oh, someone's coming up the trail. The log will be sawed for them when they get here, and there's never anybody there.
But before he can elaborate further, he's forced to cut the video short, as his camera battery is on low battery. In his final update, Brant says he plans to put as much distance as possible between himself and this section of the mountain before nightfall, and hopefully get a decent night's sleep once he's far enough away. And that'll be all for tonight's video.
Oh, okay.
If these 6 encounters prove anything, it's that the danger in the Appalachian...
If you hear this in the Appalachian Mountains, run. This guy was hiking through the woods in the Appalachian Mountains when he heard this unsettling sound. It didn't sound like a deer, coyote, or moose, or any kind of bird, so some people think it might have been a Wendigo, a creature from Algonquian Native American legend that has an insatiable hunger for human flesh. They're also said to mimic humans in pain to lure their victims. So, what do you think made that sound?
The video I'm about to show
like a witch in
you is
pain.
very disturbing. I'm just going to let it play for you, and then I'll give you the background.
See? Lights go off. Now watch. You're going to see...
What was that?
What you just saw was security footage that was sent to me by a woman who worked at a daycare in East Tennessee, Appalachia region. This daycare is actually a very old church that was turned into like a private daycare school. She said that events leading up to this, she was kind of having some weird experiences where she would be in her office after hours and would hear like people walking down the stairs, and then she would go check the stairwell and nobody would be there, or she would hear noises coming from classrooms and open up the door and see nothing. She said she would be the only one on the property at this time because she was in charge of like opening the daycare center, and then she would often stay after hours. So nobody was in the building when she was hearing these noises. On this particular day, she was opening the daycare. She went in that door that you saw at the end of the hall and noticed there was an iPad laying on the ground. This was really odd to her because these iPads are put into this like cabinet area that are hooked on like chargers. And she said they're very secure and they're like sitting up on charging decks, if that makes sense. She thought maybe an intruder came in or something, so she immediately notified the security officer who came and checked the camera footage. And that is the camera footage that you saw. Literally, the way that iPad just flings out of that cabinet is giving me chills right now. In the beginning, I feel like I also saw some kind of an orb object, but I've watched this video so many times and I feel like it's just unexplainable. Tell me what you saw in the video.
Well, it looks like a poltergeist, but I'd shout at it and say, what you doing? Chucking a fucking iPad about. They're expensive. If you're going to damage somewhere, do something that don't cost much. And then I call it a dickhead.
So if you saw the orbs like I did, or if you noticed anything else that's odd,
probably get killed
and leave in the comments if you have any weird experiences like this.
You want to see just how creepy it is in Appalachia? Watch this. I figured if I was going to show you a video of something that happened in Appalachia, I'd bring you out here with me. Just listen for just a moment and tell me what you hear. And that's all you should hear in Appalachia. Frogs, crickets. You hear this constantly, so much so you become accustomed to it. But what this lady captured on her home security camera when she let her dog out is amazing. You'll see this clip. This lady just walked out on her porch, she let her dog out, and she's just standing there on her phone, and you can hear everything. One of the creepiest EVPs I've heard in a while. And I'm thinking it says her name. I've put it on repeat about 3 times. I want you to listen closely. I've turned up the volume, turn it up more. Tell me what you think it says, and I want you to watch our reaction. If you have any evidence you'd like to share, my email's listed in my bio. Check this out.
Sounds like it says calf or Jack. That shit me up, that as well.
Leaving Mo and Aldo shaken and terrified. However, unsure of their next move, they talk it over for a while. Aldo wants to get out of the forest immediately, while Mo is determined to keep the exploration going, which means they'll be camping inside one of the abandoned houses hidden deep in the Appalachian Mountains.
I think we should get the hell out of here, man. I literally got attacked. Well, we do want to camp out here. That's the point of this challenge. I said we go back up the steps, and we camp out in the area where the toilet is. Yeah. The abandoned houses. Yeah. And we just chill there for the night. I agree. That's a good idea.
Well, it's just...
The duo chooses to stay over.
In my white t-shirt, just said, I think we should leave. I literally just got attacked. And then 5 seconds later, he's agreeing to stay.
Overnight.
What a tactic.
Making their way toward the abandoned buildings concealed within the forest. It seems like the perfect spot, until something forces them to rethink that plan. As soon as they step inside one of the abandoned buildings, loud banging echoes through another room. Forcing the duo to sprint back outside as quickly as possible. They nearly stumble on their way out, but they keep running, only slowing once they believe they've put enough distance between themselves and whatever is haunting the structure. When they finally turn back, they see something deeply unsettling.
Wait, what's that in the window? What's that in the window? Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's like someone in a burqa.
There's a face. Dude, look at my screen. Look at my lens. You can't zoom in that far. There's a guy standing right there. Look at his face. Oh, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Go now.
Didn't seem like it were moving though.
A hooded man standing at the edge of a window, staring directly at Mo and Aldo with an unnerving, unbroken glare. The sight is enough to send the duo running again. Night fell, and it had been a few hours since the duo decided to head home, but they never made it that far. When they ran from the hooded figure earlier, they accidentally veered off the trail, and too terrified to go back the same way, they tried taking a
There we have it, guys. That last clip ended abruptly, didn't it? But that's all there was, so sorry about that, guys. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless. Could you please like, subscribe and comment, help me boost my YouTube channel and recommend it to friends and family. And that being said, I shall see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.